Hi, I'm Ty West, and you're watching Trailers from Hell, and we're about to talk about the movie that everyone I'm sure is wondering why the hell did he pick this, the Gus Van Sant remake of Psycho. I know everybody hates it. I think it's brilliant. I've never met Gus Van Sant. He's someone I would like to meet solely to talk about this movie, because I think that it is actually maybe the only studio art film ever made that the studio doesn't know they made. I don't think they ever make art films, but they certainly were convinced into making this one. And I think that it's a really brilliant take on what makes movies great. And I think that in doing it shot for shot of a movie that everyone agrees is brilliant, but everyone hates this movie, doesn't make any sense, because the movie should be exactly as good because it has all the same elements. And it proves a point that no matter who the filmmaker is, if a different person does it, even if they do it for shot, they can't keep the same sort of mysterious energy or life to a film that other filmmaker did. And I think it's an experimental film, and I like to think that I'm on to you, Gus Van Sant, and I hope to talk to you about it one day. Okay, so this trailer is really bizarre and doesn't really accurately represent the movie, because the movie is a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho, and this is this weird 90s-esque music video thing. But the reason I'm so compelled to think that this movie is a art project is because, up until this movie, all the movies Gus Van Sant had made have been these very totally unique filmmaker-driven, essentially art films. And he's obviously very intelligent, he's obviously very articulate about what he does, and he's obviously a very interesting visual craftsman. So why would he make a shot-for-shot remake of Psycho? It doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't add up that he would think that was a good idea. So I can only come to the conclusion that the reason he did it was to see if copying something that's apparently amazing to the majority of people, copying it identically, does it stay amazing? And I think the answer is no, and I think that's a very poignant comment to make. I don't know if that's what the studio wanted when they were remaking Psycho. I think they just wanted people to go see Psycho, and I think that he went on and made a sort of art project out of it. Maybe I'm just making this up in my head, but either way, for me, it's totally satisfying and brilliant. And I think it's really interesting to watch a movie that is such a classic and see it remade identically and have these conflicted feelings about it. I just think it's a really interesting critique on cinema and a critique on filmmaking. And it makes for a really interesting, at least conversation, if nothing else. And there's very few movies, I think, that do it as much as this. This trailer is so weird.